Alright, I've been waiting a while for this one. It just arrived today. It was originally announced prior to San Diego Comic-Con in 2018, and then it went quiet for like over a year until pre-orders finally opened just after Valve announced Half-Life Alyx in November of 2019. This is the first figure. This is my first figure from Mondo. It's the exclusive version that comes with the head crab. And I've been curious to get a closer look at this, considering they've got a few other figures that I'm interested in checking out, including Kratos from God of War, and they also have an upcoming Doomslayer that they have teased, which looks really nice. Here's a closer look at the outside of the box, which has quite a bit of text on it to read and nice colors. I like the color scheme. It's got something on like every side to look at pretty much. Here's the top of the box. And it also has quite a bit of information on the bottom of the box. So the figure comes out pretty easily. Just slides right out, and it has like an inner box that slides out. And I did notice something interesting. Looking inside the box, there is kind of a plastic cover of what looks like, it looks to me like they might have originally thought about making this a window box display so you could actually see the figure from the outside of the box, but they decided not to, so that plastic cover was just a leftover remnant. I'm assuming that's what it is. Anyway, here's a look at Gordon with straight out of the box with he's still in all the plastic, and he's tied in there pretty well. And the inner box also has some information or some text that you can read. I don't know if you could use this as like a standalone display, background display maybe. And here's Gordon with the top plastic cover removed, so you can get a quick look at all the accessories. And it's still got Gordon wrapped in some more plastic along with the head crab for extra protection. And he does come with quite a few accessories, which is nice. He comes with 4 different pairs of hands that you can swap out. The hands themselves are not, their fingers are not articulated, but the wrist joints, you can see the wrist set on a ball joint there. And then he comes with some glasses that are removable and a handgun. The gravity gun, of course. 3, I don't know if they're grenades or flashbangs, the little Farapod, a shotgun, and the iconic crowbar. The exclusive head crab does have some articulation on the joints. And looks pretty nice. It will not fit on Gordon's head. I did check, but the mouth is too small. And what's really nice is he comes with a display stand, which most figures don't. So I do like that. It has some interesting design on the bottom of the base. But yeah, it's always nice to have a display stand. So here's a closer look at the gravity gun. You can see on the bottom is a little compartment for where the batteries go, and they do come pre-inserted. Not really sure how I feel about that. If I'm going to keep it, in storage, I don't know if those batteries will, possibly corrode over time, so I might want to remove them when I'm keeping them in storage. And then there's a button on the bottom of the handle that's pretty well hidden, turns the lights on and off. I think the LED lights in the gun could be brighter. They don't seem very bright, but it does look really nice when you're looking at it straight on. But yeah, you can see that they don't really show up great when the lights are off. So he does have pretty good balance, just standing straight up on his own, which is nice. So you don't even actually have to use the display stand depending on how you want to pose him. Yeah, I'll do a quick spin around it so you can get a closer look at all the details. Not really a lot to comment on here. I mean, he looks like Gordon Freeman, and I mean, that's what counts, right? And not super detailed paint job or anything, but the materials used are interesting. I mean, there is a fabric on his arms and legs, which I'll take a closer look at in a second. But the outer armor is pretty much just hard plastic. This is 1/6 scale, by the way, so he does stand about 12 inches tall. A closer look at the articulation now. His head doesn't lean back at all. It's pretty restricted as far as going back, so he's kind of forced into a straight on view or looking down a little bit. But he does turn left and right. But you can't make him look up. As far as the arms are concerned, the elbow has some nice articulation to it. I think the shoulders are somewhat restrictive. I couldn't get him to go up so he can't really reach up, but he can go into a T pose, for example. Not a lot of articulation on the waist area, but he does have some torso movement, the upper torso. And the legs are pretty much similar to the arms in that the knees bend really, really well, but the hip joint is somewhat restrictive here. So yeah, you can get his leg to go back, but it doesn't really go forward too well. I wasn't trying to force it. So yeah, you can get him in a kneed, set him down on his knees, but not with one leg up. And you can get him to do like a side kick, but you're not going to be able to get him to do a front kick very easily. And you can see the back plastic of the torso kind of came untucked as I was trying to force him maybe a little bit too much, so I had to tuck that back in. That's something to be aware of. Yeah, and the feet are fine. The hands are fine. Those articulate just fine. And a closer look at the material now, that you can see that he's kind of got loose, hard plastic armor on top of like a fabric mesh that's stitched together, at least on the arms and legs. But the torso area isn't fabric, it's more like a soft plastic. But it does have some pliability to it. And if I remove one of the hands, or swap out one of the hands, you can get a better look at the fabric here. It's actually really nice. And I'll put his glasses on so you can see how that looks. They are very, very light, and I don't think it would take much to break them if you aren't careful. But yeah, they fit really well. And yeah, this video's already running pretty long, so I'll wrap it up here. But that's Gordon Freeman from Mondo, the exclusive version with the head crab. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. Not great articulation, but it is a great figure overall. Comes with a lot of accessories, and it's nice to have something in 1/6 scale. So there it is. Thanks for watching.